Alright guys, so welcome to another unboxing video. To this unboxing video, I'll be unboxing another laptop. I don't do too many unboxing videos of laptops, so this is really interesting. Today we'll be unboxing a very value-oriented product. It's the Acer Aspire E15. It's the E series from Acer, not the V, for example V3 or V5, which are higher end models. But this is also a very good product, even though Acer is really boring when it comes to packaging, like they have always been. So there's actually just some numbers and stuff here and decent amount of specifications written on the side here. So it has a Intel Core i5. It's a 4210M, which is a dual core with hyper-threading. It's 8 gigs of RAM. It has 8 gigs SSD plus 1 terabyte hard drive. It's a SSHD from Seagate, I believe it is. And it has an NVIDIA GeForce 840M with 2 gigs of dedicated video memory, which is not high-end, but it is decent enough to do easy applications and, you know, PowerPoints and stuff like that, some easy gaming. But do not expect this to run like your Battlefield 4 on ultra settings, because it won't. It will run perhaps on low if you're lucky. So it's not the best graphic solutions, and yeah, NVIDIA mobile graphics isn't really that great of mobile graphics either, so you have to go for AMD stuff if you want good mobile graphics. So unboxing knife this time. So very boring packaging as always from Acer. You have a power cord for some weird European style plug. You have the normal European plug, which you can fit in pretty much all European outlets except England. Got a quick start or setup guide. Really boring. It tells you about how rubbish Windows 8.1 is. And you also got your battery here, which it's really small. It's a 4-cell battery. At let's see here, it's a 4700 milliamp hour battery at 11.1 volts, which is really normal. The other side you will get the power brick, which actually is a pretty decent size. It's actually pretty big to be this kind of laptop. It is a 19 volt 4.74 amp adapter, so it's bigger than my Acer's V3. And last but not least, it is okay. You also get a little Acer offer thingy, international travelers warranty, and that stuff here. So if the computer breaks down while you're on vacation, well, you have international warranty. So the laptop itself, has a aluminum-ish finish, but it's actually plastic, so that's good as I expect. The laptop is actually reasonably thick to be a Acer, actually. Acer likes to go for the thin style of notebooks, but this is actually pretty thick. You do not get an optical drive, so no CD-ROM, no Blu-ray, nothing on this. AC in, a couple of USB 2 ports, and the other side you get one USB 3 port. You get this stupid headset jack, which is just, I don't know why they include this. It is a headphone and microphone combo port, which is just stupid to have. Why not include 2 dual ports? You don't need this separate adapter thing to run to your normal headset. You got your gigabit LAN, VGA out, which is good to see. And you got a vent for venting out the heat from that graphics card and the CPU. So on the bottom, very boring, very plasticky, as normal Acer computers are. A couple of speakers on either side, which is under the computer, which is just, I don't know why people or manufacturer does this. I mean, HTC has learned this from putting the speakers front facing. Why can't Acer do it? I mean, Samsung does it on some of their models, so why can't Acer do it? Acer is so much bigger than anyone else, so that's weird. Sliding them in the battery, it's pretty straightforward operation. Should be, there you go. You have to get it out, you have to stick something in there and poke it to the side and take it out. So the inside of the laptop, it's black, it's boring. Actually not boring, but it is not anything special either. So you get the full-size keyboard with number pad, so it's pretty good to see. You got the Intel sticker here and the GeForce sticker here, and they get a big-ass sticker telling you about how awesome this computer really is. Well, what they think is awesome, at least. They mean it has a precision touchpad, but Acer's touchpad has always been rubbish since this kind of touchpad came. Since all PC manufacturers followed Apple's footsteps in this case, they pretty much ruined everything. Apple's trackpad, you can't match them. That's the best trackpad, because Apple's trackpad is made for one click and one click only. This is both right and left click, but it only has one physical button in there. So I never liked these Acer these kind of implants. Why can't you just have a normal trackpad with two dedicated buttons? So much better. The keyboard is very comfortable. That's very typical Acer. They always have good keyboards, and the build quality is also pretty good compared to many other models, for example my Samsung. So build quality wise is pretty good. So this should be some power on the battery here. Let's boot it up. This screen, it's a matte screen, not glossy, which is good, because glossy screens are shit, because you reflect everything in them. And if it's dark or whatever, something is lit up behind you, you will see that reflection, and you will see yourself in the monitor, and that's not great for us, or for normal people at least. So starting up this computer, it's pretty straightforward. It's Windows 8.1, so you have to set it up, of course, before use. And yeah, it's pretty quiet running, can't really hear it. Sorry, I missed something here. You got a SD card reader here, so if you really want to use this thing as a video or image editor computer, well, you can do it. So let's see here. Got Norwegian, that's new. And it's actually, well, that is actually very slow. There you go. And of course commercials and stuff, and rubbish malware from Acer, typical. So yeah, this pretty much looks good. And I'm gonna write in the owner of this computer, so call it something here. And he wants me to connect to a network, so I'm gonna do that as well. And this is actually not very fast. I just clicked it. So let's wait for that. And see, it's already there you go, that's something happened here. This could take some time since it is Windows 8.1, so there you go. It's gonna check my internet connection. Yeah, it is Norwegian, so just bear that in mind. Your computer will vary. Depends on where you come from, because this is a Scandinavian delivered model, so it has like these weird letters here which you don't have. This is something Acer had done for a really long time. They kind of joined the enter button and the star or whatever apostrophe button here. That's just weird how they done that. Why can't they just separate it just like normal computers? And here is typical Microsoft. I want you to log in, so I ain't gonna log in. So typical. After Windows 8 and 8.1, they want you to make a Microsoft account. So you just press make an account, and then you can press all the way down here, and you can log on without a Microsoft account. So that's how you get through that. And now this computer is going to restart. Overall, the computer feels good in the hand. To be plastic, it's a really good build. The only thing I don't like about it is, well, many things I don't like about it. The finish on this back here is very fingerprint. Well, it's not very fingerprint resistant. So you will, if you put your hand here, those fingerprint will stain, and they will stay there for quite a long time, and it will be a very hard job to get them out of there. So that's a stupid design. I like the more matte finish like they used on some of their other computers. So this is just to make it look like more expensive, like it looks better than it actually is. But you know, it's how you get to sell products to people who doesn't know better. For the price, you can't really complain about the computer. I know I said quite a lot of stupid things about it, but for the price, you can't really complain. It's a computer which is it's decent. Sorry about that, guys. We got some technical difficulties here, or technical wrongs, like I want to call them. Yeah, what was I? For the price, you can't really complain. It is a decent computer for the money. You get decent graphics, decent processor. You get a lot of RAM, big hard drive to be this price range. But the hard drives aren't real that expensive anymore, and neither is SSD. So that's why this is a combo drive. It's an SSHD, which means it has an 8 gigabyte. What can you call it? A kind of a buffer on the hard drive, so the most frequently used programs and files are stored on the 8 gigabyte SSD, so they will start faster because you're using them a lot more. So if you restart the computer and use it for a while, after a week, you will actually notice the speed difference. It will go a bit faster since the most frequently used programs are stored on the SSD part. So, but that doesn't mean that this computer does not. It doesn't matter if you drop it to the ground, because it still has a mechanical hard drive in there. So do not drop the computer to the ground. Please do not move the computer as much when it's on, because you can just lift it up and move it around, move it about, and you will actually either destroy the bearings on the motor on the hard drive, or you will make the head touch the platter, and that will cause some serious data loss if you want. Yeah. If you do that, so please don't do that. I've seen that happen so many times. I've been working with computers for quite a long time. I've been working as a computer technician, so I've seen what has happened, even on pretty new computers. So, and in some cases, warranty won't cover that kind of damage you have in your computer. So, yeah, so just bear that in mind. Be very careful how you move your computer about. So not many people says this in reviews and stuff, but I'm saying it because if you want your computer to last, well, you better take care of it. A laptop is a lot more fragile than a desktop computer, because a desktop computer isn't moved around, but a laptop is. So before, for example, put it in your backpack, make sure it's turned completely off. And because Windows 8 is like kind of an optimist, so it shuts down the screen before the computer is actually off, so you think it's off, but you have to watch the LED here. If that's still lit, let the computer stay until it's shut completely down, because the hard drive is still spinning in there. So make sure you don't just slap it down and put it in your backpack and call it a day. So yeah, almost ready. It says almost ready. So let's see here. It's changing colors and stuff, so that's weird. Let's see if we can turn off the brightness here. FN is here, and typical Acer here. There you go. The speakers in this should be decent. There's no subwoofer or anything, but they actually play decent volume. Acer has done this for quite a long time, since their Windows 7 computers, especially on the computers which are better spec. For example, this one's i5. I also seen computers with Celeron processors also have pretty good speakers. It does seem that this is going to take a while, because this is actually the slowest setup computer ever done. There you go. And let's see what goes first. And it goes right to the desktop. Thank you, Acer. So no Metro style here, or whatever you want to call it, modern UI. And you of course got this 3 good reasons to get an Acer ID. Well, none of them are really good reasons. This is why I hate this trackpad here. If you want to press something, the mouse can actually move about when you touch somewhere else on it. So yeah, it sounds very cheap and stuff. So that's why I don't like this kind of trackpads. There's your start menu, and of course, it's typical Acer. They include so much stuff you don't need on the computer. For example, this stuff here, Booking.com. I mean, If you want to book a hotel or book a flight or anything like that, you don't need a shortcut on your desktop. You already know that website, right? Well, this is a nice touch. Spotify is already included, which is pretty good. Some kind of pokey start menu. They've included some cheap ass start menu here to compensate with the stupid Metro or modern UI. This is just... what is this? Use classic start for your start menu, so much better. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, that something actually disappeared. Acer photo.exe is now not available, so that disappeared. That's typical Acer. This typical Acer is because, why I say this is because, well, Acer includes so much shit. I'm sorry about the language here, but they include so much shit on the computers when they sell it to you, and the computer goes slower and you get a lot of bullshit software on it. So for example, McAfee Live Safe Internet Security is installed, which is like the worst antivirus program you can get. So you could just uninstall and let this computer run with the Windows and Microsoft Essentials. It's much better. So yeah, the trackpad skipped again without even doing anything. You get a total of 913 gigabytes of usable hard drive space. So you don't really have a terabyte or around 960 gigabytes of usable space like they normally have when you have a terabyte hard drive. So they've used something, well, quite a lot for the recovery partition on the computer. So you can use 7.89 gigabytes of RAM, not 8, because some of it is shared with video memory. The screen is very good, typical Acer there, very good screen. It's only a HD ready screen, so it's not full HD, which is disappointing because I've seen Acer models. And there, that trackpad crashed. It's, oh god. There you go. Yeah, it's a 1366 by 768, which is the ever popular screen resolution for laptops since like ages, like Windows Vista. So that's how old that is. Right now it's running on Intel graphics. Yes, it's running on Intel HD 4600, which is a pretty decent onboard graphics. So it can actually run. That I've actually was able to run Grand Theft Auto 4 on Intel HD 4000, which is like the last generation before this one. So that is pretty cool. It uses about almost 2 gigabytes of RAM when it started up. That's pretty much, that's not quite a lot actually, but that's since all these extra programs are installed by Acer. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You have 2 cores and 4 threads because it's hyper-threading. So you got 2 physical and the other ones which are not really physical. They are yeah, you know. So there you can see all the cores here, or the logical cores. So it has a 3 megabytes of L3 cache, so it's not that much, but it's not a desktop computer. But overall, for the price, you can't really complain. So if you're looking at this computer and at the price you're getting it for, you really can't go wrong. But I will really recommend you to save up some bucks and get something else, since something with a bit better, I don't know, other company, because Acer aren't really known for the most reliable computers. Select Lenovo if you want them reliable. Select Apple if you want stylish, and but Apple are overpriced, so that's pretty much everyone knows that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how this computer is. It's decent. It's not perfect, but it doesn't suck either. So for the price, you can't complain. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay subscribed for more unboxing videos of more laptops and hardware and stuff. So, and yeah, fingerprints. There you go. See you guys next time.